The staffing reality at MAAC was challenging. There were many workforce challenges, primarily with vacancies post-COVID. And so what we found was that post-COVID, many teachers were not returning to classrooms at the same level. And we also found that there were local elementary schools who were enticing with our universal pre-K program teachers because they offered competitive salaries, they offered benefits, and so it was a very critical moment in time for us to reflect and think about competitive wages as well as the workforce that we wanted to attract to our organization.
So one of the biggest reasons we needed to recruit so much for our positions is a point in time where our classrooms were empty. We didn't have children in the classrooms because we didn't have teachers. We were one of many other national organizations that were going through this process. And for us, what was at risk is if we weren't going to be able to fill the classrooms, we were at risk of losing some of our funding or reduction or even the contract itself. But we knew that it was important that we were able to also serve all the children that were on the waiting list, waiting to come into our services and our programs. One of the reasons why it was important for us to bring in a recruiter, specifically in this process, it was important to bring somebody that was qualified, somebody that knew the communities that we serve, and somebody that could actually work and help us move people through the process and identify the right candidates that were already vetted through the process. One of the main benefits of being able to partner with Talent Connect was that they sat down with us, they heard what we were looking for, they understood the type of teachers that we needed to connect with. And they also understood that we are an organization that works in the community and that our staff needs to reflect the communities that we serve.
Talent Connect helped us to place 45 individuals, which was almost 100% of the vacancies that we did have, for which I'll add the other vacancies were primarily internal hires, so they couldn't have helped us. The types of roles that Talent Connect helped us to hire were 3 types: program aides, associate teachers, and finally our leadership. And so the program aides are in our classrooms. They help provide support to children and families. Our teachers lead in the development and implement instruction for our children day to day. They guide the momentum and structure of each day in the classroom. And then finally our leadership. Talent Connect help us to recruit managers, associate directors, and myself, so chief level. The long-term impact of providing quality and accessible child development programs is that we're able to support workforce development of our community at large. We're able to provide quality education so that children can enter kindergarten ready to learn and able to meet the state standards that curriculum offers in our local elementary school districts. And by allowing us to provide child development support services, we're able to offer parents the opportunity to go out and work and grow themselves professionally. And I would say that all of this contributes to the workforce development, the strength of our economy through many different levels and layers.
Talent Connect really went out there, went into the areas where it was important for us to recruit from, and we truly got a number of people that came in through the process that we hired, but they were also reflective of the communities that we serve. So it was absolutely a great partnership that we had with Talent Connect. We are fully staffed. We have all of our employees working with us. The biggest value that we have is, one, that our classrooms are now full. The children are getting the services that they need, and having a full workforce for us that is trained, that has the experience, that has been vetted, that cares about the work that we do, it actually amplifies the impact that we have with the families. My personal experience through being placed by Talent Connect was
really positive overall, so much so that I've continued to reach out to Talent Connect as an employer, not just as potential recruited applicant. Overall, I think the things that I was most impressed about were the quality of the interaction that I had with the team, the level of communication and comprehension. I understood where we were, and if I was confused about where we were, I would just reach out, to which I received a very quick response.
Investing in our staff is truly important. Strong, capable leaders in our organization at all levels.
I feel like the relationship that we have with Talent Connect is strong, and anytime that I now have leadership that I'm reaching out, I have a vacancy, I reach out to Talent Connect because the experience was so strong from a personal experience.
One of the things that I see out in the community are organizations that question whether or not they should go out and hire a recruiter or work with an organization like Talent Connect. You know, sometimes they want to save money and say, okay, we'll go do it ourselves. There are things that we are all good at, and there are things that we struggle in. And so when we look at our staff, when we look at our recruitment, we are good recruiters. When we have a regular recruitment process, truly there's a big value in the investment that happens. And so you think you may be saving money by not working with a partner like Talent Connect, but in the long run, you will get that benefit, and it really makes an impact where you can bring people that are already vetted through the process, as long as they hear what you are looking for.